Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the extended break already and that you're preparing to spend some time with some loved ones or at least get some rest and relaxation in, hopefully tomorrow or over the weekend. I wanted to take a moment and tell you a little bit about what we have been doing in fourth grade. I feel like I haven't communicated that to you guys recently, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. But before that, I have one major request. We are starting a new unit in reading, and because of that, we have been diving into our bins, like all the bins back here. You can see all the book bins we have. I have oodles and oodles and oodles of books. But as we started to dive into some of these bins, I realized I'm missing quite a few. And I'm not noticing necessarily many of them being in their book bins over on the sidewall here or in their lockers. So I'm assuming that many students have taken books home, which is totally okay. But I kind of want to hit a hard reset, have them bring all of them back in. Let's figure out what we have, what we don't, and then they can take home any books that they really want to be reading now. So if you could do me a huge favor, and over this weekend, so tonight is Wednesday night, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you could just ask your child to go around the house and make a pile of any books that they have from my library. And if you could double check as well, I think most of my books have a sticker on them like this. So if you look, it says Mr. Skolma's library, and it kind of has a picture of me if it hasn't worn off. But almost every one of my books has that sticker on it on the outside cover, so it should be kind of easy to see if it's in a pile of mixed books of maybe some that you guys have or some of my own, so on and so forth. So yeah, so please bring those back in. I would love to just take a quick inventory of what we can collect. So please do that for me. I look forward to seeing how many titles come back next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on to what we've been doing in fourth grade. We have been, in math, we are currently neck deep in division. So we have spent a lot of time, 2 full units on multiplication. The kids have been doing pretty well with that. Been pleased with that. And now we have been doing division now for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And we'll continue to do it for another week or a little bit longer. So that's what we're dealing with in math. In reading, we just finished up a nonfiction unit. The students were researching a extreme weather or a natural disaster. So you can ask your child about that, which one they were learning about, and then they even narrowed it down to a subtopic that they wanted to learn more about, and then they're going to be presenting their findings to the class soon. With me going to camp, I think they've pretty much had their slides done, but with me being at 6th grade camp, we weren't able to present them yet, so that should be coming up soon. Starting Monday, though, in reading, we are going to start historical fiction book clubs. So, super excited about this reading unit. When I was growing up and early on in my teaching career, historical fiction, I was like, sounds boring, history. I kind of liked history, but in a book, I was like, well. And then I got to teaching it, and it is amazing because it's you can have these characters that are made up, but they take place during some of these major historical events of the past. So the setting and the time and the event are real, true stories, if you will. But then these authors are able to put made up families, into these scenarios and have them experience things that families did during that time. And so I think the kids are going to really, really like it. And one of my students asked me about spelling and mentioned that their parents were like, are you going to have spelling this year, so on and so forth. Spelling is not in Jenison Public's curriculum for fourth grade. I believe it ends in second or third grade, I think third grade. So we do not have spelling as part of the curriculum anymore, and I don't believe it's in 5th or 6th or anywhere on up either. So if you're wondering about that, that's not a me decision, that's Jenison Public. Writing, we have been working recently on kind of like word choice and choosing better words, substituting words that maybe we use too often to make show me sentences rather than tell me sentences. We want to be able to close our eyes and listen to somebody share a sentence or a paragraph or a story and be able to have that movie going on in our mind. So that's been a big focus. We continue to hold them accountable on like spelling. Well, not spelling as much. We have a trick for that. But punctuation and capitalization and a number of other things. So that's where we are at in writing, and we're going to be going in another direction here shortly. I'm going to kind of look into planning for that over this long weekend. Social studies, we just finished up geography, the geography of Michigan, and we're going to be going into economics. Every year, as part of our economics unit, I have the students experience hands-on economics in the form of a market day. So maybe you recall hearing about market day in the past. Maybe your child has brought in money to spend at market day. This year, your student or your child is going to be doing one of the booths. So I haven't detailed any of this to the students yet, but the market day will be after the new year at some point. And more details will come on that later. I'm trying to think. Science, I'll have to double check with Mrs. Philippi what they've been working on recently. I know they've been dealing a lot with forms of energy, but I don't know if they've finished that or not. But beyond that, I think things are going pretty well. I can't think of anything else. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, concerns, would like further clarity on anything. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you are able to do something fun and spend it with some people that are special to you. All right? See you later.